multi-source reasoning, and strategy for solving it on the GMAT. MSR sets are quite similar to reading comprehensions. Tabs on the MSR sets are similar to paragraphs on reading comprehensions. Hence, the data on the MSR sets is already logically segregated for you. In a way, an MSR set is an RC passage divided among 2 or 3 subheadings, and therefore the mind map is already made for you. You must have seen our video on the mind map strategy for solving reading comprehensions on the GMAT, and the same strategy works very well for MSR questions because, as I said, the mind map is practically there in the form of the headings of the 2 or 3 tabs in the set. However, an important observation is that the interdependence among information presented in the different tabs is generally very strong. For example, a condition mentioned in one tab may influence the decision to be made through the information presented in another tab. So you have to be very careful about this interdependence among the tabs. Some important differences between RC passages and MSR sets. Unlike in reading comprehensions, the data presented in MSR sets is not just verbal. It is a combination of verbal and numeric data. It often involves some numbers, tables, or graphs. And the paragraphs in reading comprehensions flow. So one paragraph leads to the next paragraph. However, in MSR sets, the tabs are interconnected and the information presented is interdependent. So the flow as such may be missing and the interdependence is way stronger. As suggested here, you have to be very careful about this interdependence while solving the questions. So how do we apply the mind map strategy for solving MSR questions? Step 1. Read the first tab heading carefully. Yes, the heading. Before you get into the details, you just need to know what that tab is about. Then skim through the information given in the tab. Please don't delve into the details. You just need to have a macro view of the information presented there. Then read the second tab carefully. Once again, skim through the information. Avoid delving into the details. One extra step this time, which is to relate the information presented in the second tab with the information presented in the previous tab. In case there is a third tab, please read the third tab carefully. Once again, skim through the information and avoid delving into the details. Relate the information presented in this tab with the information presented in the previous 2 tabs. Then read the first question on the set, and when you look at the question, you will be able to understand that the question requires you to refer to which of the 2 or 3 tabs. So refer to the relevant tab. However, once again, remember that the MSR questions often require you to synthesize data presented in more than one tab. The information presented in the tabs is interrelated. So you will very often have to refer to multiple tabs for solving one MSR question. And anyway, MSR questions require multiple responses. So one or the other responses may require you to refer to multiple tabs. Please be prepared for that. And as we do with all the questions on the test, that before confirming your answer choice, please cross-check and ensure that you are not committing any silly mistake. We hope this was helpful. Thank you and all the very best.